Can we do burnout?
I stopped you because I wanted to take a picture.
17 euros.
I wanted to show you the city, right? What better way to see it than right in the center? Unless they're coming to take a picture too.
17 euros.
You join us in a car park in Kent because Jim, and we're going to be departing each other at this point because Jim is heading to cross the channel. And would you like to tell the nice ladies and gentlemen at home why you're crossing the channel, please?
Well, when I bought this car 3 years ago, there's a sticker inside the fuel flap which says it takes E85. And we didn't know what E85 was.
No, I thought E85 was like E5, E10,
Yeah.
and so it means that it would be like 15% alcohol. But no, the 85 means ethanol, in the same way as the 10 and the 5 do in E5 and E10, which to me sounds insane. But anyway, that car runs on it.
Yeah, so much like I used to 3 years ago, this car runs on alcohol. And the only place in Europe we can now find this is in France. So I'm going to take said car to France.
Large police car.
To fill up with a tank of E85. But what we thought we'd do while we're there is find another Panther Platform owner.
Absolutely.
A famous one.
Kalim, who lives in Amsterdam.
Yes, who is very famous because he bought a Mercury Grand Marquis in Florida and imported it to Amsterdam, and it cost an absolute fortune. And it's been all over the internet last year how much it cost him to actually import the car. So we want to go have a chat with him.
Yeah, so at this point I'm going to say goodbye in this video because it is down to Jim from now on to operate the microphones and the tripod and the camera properly and get some fun footage.
Okay,
so
bye.
Bon voyage.
Bye.
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 Go away.
Bye.
Go away. It's gone now. It's just us. Good morning from Dover. As you can see, it's a very bright and clear morning here. And also, there's nobody here. It was so strange. I came down the A, whatever it's called, and got to the docks thinking, I'm going to be here forever. And there was literally one car in front of me. One car. And now we're here, ready for the boat. Oh, Ukrainian number plates. I suppose this is one of the things that I find quite strange is that you know, it's actually somewhere we could drive. France over there. It's also very cold. Literally, first car off the ferry. No idea where I'm going. And kind of follow the signs that say, exit, sorte. And I drive up to the gates and they're closed. And I'm like, I went the wrong way. The usual. It's like, I've done something stupid. But the gates just magically started to open as I approached. And two French border patrol, started coming out, and one of them's kind of like jogging slightly to get a little bit close up. And of course, I'm the first car off the ferry. I get waved in. They say, do you know why we stopped you? And I'm like, no. And they're like, because we want to take photos. I can tell how the rest of this trip is going to go. Into the Total, and we want E85. Looks like the French are actually more bonkers about this than anybody. I mean, that was just nuts there, because I was filling the car up with fuel, and those guys came over and it's like, can I get a picture of it? And they're leaning on it. Yeah, of course. Don't speak a word of French, and you don't speak English, but you know what? We all get along here. 60 litres of fuel, 67 euros. I think I missed the sign that said welcome to the Netherlands. I'm pretty sure I'm in the Netherlands. So I have arrived at a car park in Amsterdam and I'm here with Thomas.
Hi. This is a 2007 Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. It used to be a Texas Police Department car, or rather Sheriff's Department car. It belonged to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department.
I'm Kalim. This is my 2004 Mercury Grand Marquis that I bought in Florida, drove it around there, and shipped and imported it here to the Netherlands. This is the consumer luxury version, and yeah, I really like it. What's the stereotypical American car? I mean, if you're going to bring something, you know, into a land where it's going to completely stick out, what's the most stereotypical thing? Not even like, I mean, not even a Ford Mustang, I would say. I would say this is like the grandma spec, you know, stands out. It's big, it's excessive, you know, in terms of size, right? The 3-box design. So I don't know. That was one of the things, right?
Yeah, it's like going to the moon and finding a London bus.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
The ingenuity of like things that have to be done to make a car work in another country it was never designed for. So this is what's called a turning light on the Mercury. The little light comes on when you're going around corners, and it sort of gives you extra illumination. Thomas was able to adapt his, well, the one from the Mercury. This is what the Crown Vic would have came with. And Thomas was able to adapt that to turn it into a side indicator to keep it legal for the UK and the European markets. This is literally the most Top Gear thing I think I have ever done. So we are 3 Panther platforms. We're in the middle of Amsterdam, and we are going to go park in Dam Square. And it is literally like, you know, a big paved square with curbs. There is no road onto it. And we drove across the tram tracks, which is a big sign saying don't drive across the tram tracks. Drove across the tram tracks into Dam Square, and the crowds just parted. And of course I've got this horn thing, which, that, if you heard it, part of the old, you know, radio kit that's in this thing.
Now everybody's just taking pictures of us and nobody's calling the cops.
Yeah.
This works.
Yeah.
You can totally do this.
And we lined the cars up, and we instantly became the newest, most popular tourist attraction in Amsterdam, because there is nothing more attractive to people outside the United States than a fully graphicked up American police car, seemingly. So everyone's standing taking video, they're taking pictures, we're doing the same, and the next thing the cops turned up. And they like instantly, my gut reaction is, we're doomed. I see myself in the orange jumpsuit. I was going to be a headline in Lorne Times, and they were cool. And they took some photos and they drove off. So fair play to the Dutch cops. They looked at the situation and they kind of went, you know what, these guys aren't doing any harm. The crowds are loving the cars. Go with it. They were fine. It was really good. Really loved that. You brought me to Amsterdam.
Listen, I wanted to show you the city, right? What better way to see it than right in the center?
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is why European car parks and American cars don't work. And this is a big car park. I wonder if we can do burnouts. Can we do burnouts? Yep, we can. Another night. Another very empty car park. So yeah, a little bit of a recap on yesterday. So met up with Kareem at a McDonald's appropriately, and he'd also brought along Thomas. Well, actually, he didn't bring along Thomas. Thomas reached out to me because this is the power of the internet, and people kind of go, "Oh, hello, you're into the same strange, weird thing I'm into. Would you like to meet up and have a coffee?" It's kind of like Grindr for old police cars. Then we went for a cruise round Amsterdam city centre, and we got some photos, and me being them, decided that we would drive into the pedestrianised area of Dam Square, which is the most touristy of touristy areas in all of Amsterdam. It's like a fine. What's the worst that can happen? I get like deported, something like that. I really couldn't top that. It's the closest thing I've ever kind of felt to like being actually on Top Gear. You know, taking like 3 full-sized American cars into the middle of a tourist attraction in one of Europe's biggest cities just was like, you know, whoa. That, you know, it was fun. I enjoyed it. But yeah, that was the high point of the day, and we decided to call it quits. The guys were absolutely lovely yesterday. The time just flew in, absolutely flew in. And yeah, as I say, really quite enjoyed the day. So, hence why I'm probably a little bit sort of on a today, because I'm just driving. Oh, I'm about to be overtaken by a Dodge Ram. Dodge Ram. Hi, Dodge Ram. Slept okay-ish in my coffin last night. The coffins are what we call the morgue. Was the pod-based hostel I stayed in last night, which is the reason I can afford to do these things, is because I stay in the cheapest accommodation in town usually. Oh, Houston, we have a problem. Binging bonging. Yeah, we lost a wiper somewhere on the motorway, just kind of went flying off. Nearly took out this man in a Ukrainian registered Hyundai, but you know, oops, let's go get that sorted. Well, conveniently at the next exit, we find this. 17 euros for a wiper. A wiper. One wiper. Let's see if I can do this one-handed so I can do it on video. So you can all see that I fitted a wiper. And Sean isn't the only one who's mechanically minded, because this is really high-tech stuff. You know, fitting a wiper. That's it, it's fitted, I don't care. There we go, wiper, said wiper, is fitted, it's on. Hopefully it stays on this time. 17 euros for a wiper. 17. And one minute I'm on a motorway and the next minute I'm in a Belgian town, which is different. If a town has ever been crying out for a bypass, it's this one.
In a quarter of a mile, continue straight onto Boulevard Raymond Poincaré, N30.
Apparently so. It's quite snowy here at the minute, which is just above freezing, which is
Continue
perfect
1.5 miles.
for a 4.6 litre V8 rear wheel drive. Still no E85 yet, which is a bit of a bummer. Yeah, you don't get it in the Netherlands, you don't get it in Belgium. I've already checked for Luxembourg, and they're campaigning to try and get it because so many people drive over the border from France every day that there's loads of E85 compatible cars come into to Luxembourg. So they're thinking, and they're actually saying that cars that run the E85 are 70% less polluting than a petrol-driven car. And I'm like, this sounds like a no-brainer. I mean, why would you not go to E85? Okay, it takes up a lot of land use because obviously it's bioethanol, so you have to grow it. Yeah, it just sounds kind of strange that we don't really use it a lot more than what it is. I mean, the French can obviously make a market for it. It sells for £1 a litre. So, you know, as you've seen when I filled up in France on the first day I was here, I mean, I filled the tank for 60 quid on this. Yeah, I don't think it's actually cheaper to make. I think it's just tax less. We're now down to about 100 miles to Luxembourg. I'm gonna go visit a friend there. She fell quite recently, broke her wrist like an old person. We're driving through a winter wonderland. Okay, so we got second fill up, English. You can start filling. So this one I pay for at the ticket booth. That's over there. E85. I'm in a tiny car park that was never designed for this. Okay, let's give them some horns. Oh God. Okay, the police are over there. I didn't actually realize that the police were over there when I did the horns. Okay, not following me. That's good, that's good. Okay, right, where were we? Yes, bakery. Everything's a bit bonkers. There is a bit of a thing going to this. I've noticed the French go, you sheriff! Obviously, my French accent's really bad this morning, so just live with it. This French person's from all over Europe or possibly South Africa, so just go with it. And your sheriff, and I went, no, I shot the sheriff. And then they all go, I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. And that was pretty much the whole interaction. And this is why I love traveling with stupid things like this. Because if I'd turned up in a rental Clio, nobody would have spoke. Everybody laughed, everybody smiled. It was all a massive giggle. And you know, it's brightened my morning, and this is why you should all drive ridiculous cars from time to time, because it puts a smile on your face, it puts a smile on their face, it makes the world a slightly better place for a few minutes, and everybody's happy. So that's my advice this morning. And also, if you want to meet random Frenchmen who are putting fuel in their cars, they're also very good for that, as long as you don't really want to actually understand anything they said. But, you know, oh, bugger, missed my turn. No, I didn't miss my turn. Oh, no, you're just slow. Oh, right, okay, we're good. We're all good. We're on the thing. We're on the thing. We're going, yep. I have got the next destination programmed in. It's around 2 hours away. You should find it interesting, so we'll head there next. Catch you in a sec. So it was a rather eventful morning, and this is kind of signing off, I think, for the trip. I thought it'd be kind of cool to come to somewhere quite iconic in France. So we came to the old racetrack at Reims. The buildings are behind me, you can see them there. Dates from about 1926, and they actually stopped racing here the year I was born in 1972. And we thought it'd be kind of a fitting way to say farewell to our trip to France, but basically after this we're to the Calais and then to home. No mics here, so a little bit echoey, but we managed to get in to the control tower. This is very cool. Very, very cool. Things you never thought you would see. Tennessee police car, Reims racetrack. It's been a really interesting trip. I've done a lot of really bonkers stuff. It's been amazing. There's a man who likes a car. Yeah, it's been a really, really interesting trip. I've really enjoyed it. I've actually really bonded with the Crown Vic, I'd have to say. I've always been a little bit nervous of it. It's so big. When you put your foot down, it basically sounds like you're in a police chase. I never really trusted the handling. Not that there was anything wrong with it. It was just such a big car. It felt like as if, you know, you were going to get the back end sliding out or it would topple over, and it didn't do that. The roads here have been long and smooth and big sweeping corners, and it's just been really at home. Really, really at home. Really enjoyed it. Hasn't given me an ounce of trouble. It's been absolutely fantastic. It's been so comfortable to waft about in. And the best thing about it was we used loads of E85, which is about 90p a litre at this last fill up we did. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully we'll do more of this stuff in the future when it's a little bit warmer. Sean will probably join me for a few more of these. Like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. We're trying to build a channel, so it really does help if you do. And we'll see you next time. God knows where, God knows when.